Hi guys, Randall here, and today we'll be pulling for Summer Jayden. I haven't been posting that much recently. I've been mostly enjoying the summer, going outside, and, just trying to get back into shape and other types of activities. But it feels kind of fitting to come back for a summer banner and then record my pulls. Now, I am pretty excited for wind-oriented Jayden, as, the guild I'm in is heavily focused on wind, so there's a part of that element. But also, he's a ranged unit that seems like he's going to be really good for manual. In a nutshell, I am going to do a review on him eventually, but I feel like he's as good as regular Jayden, just a wind version of him, and because of the existence of units like Saddley that can be a very efficient frontliner, and eventually Windblaze Sheila, that's also a really good frontline, I feel like he's going to be very strong in the future, so a good investment for my account at the very least. And then his vision card is really good, because missile penetration will be relevant for him, for Saddley, for More the Merrier, for Lucia if you use her, and then eventually the Hunter that was just released on JP, which is a cost 70 unit that has basically the same kit as Eliza, so that's kind of insane. So overall, pretty good value. Today what we'll do is we'll pull for him and his vision card. I do have enough to pity if need be, but hopefully I'll get him earlier than that because I would love to be able to not use up all my Viz. So with that said, I've been spending a part of my day farming Viz, just so I can do this without tapping into paid Viz. So we'll begin with kind of the exciting part of the step vision back banners. So let's see just how much we get out of this. The minimum. You know what? I'm not going to complain. This is still a really good amount of Viz that we're getting. So 77 is quite decent. We're going to go ahead and claim that so we can do our pulls. Now, if you haven't noticed, the vision cards actually don't count towards getting the coins for Jayden Pity, so that's a bit unfortunate. We'll have to pull the vision card and then just do things normally for Jayden until we hit Pity as well. So what I'm planning on doing is doing this vision card, then going for the 9th step, because since there are 2 free steps, it's kind of 4k saved until Pity. And since he is a cost 100, I hopefully won't have to reach Pity, but I do want to plan around as if I was going to. So let's begin with the vision card. When we get that, we stop on that banner, move on to Jayden himself. I wish there was a 2k paid banner just to get the vision card, but that is not the case, so we have to go ahead with this. So let's begin. 77,000 free Viz. That is pretty good. I've been skipping on a lot of the dark stuff. And I had a feeling like my account, abandoning dark does not bother me too much for my account. I'm pretty happy with just going for the rest of the stuff. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm feeling like I'm going to be focusing on wind primarily in the future. And then I will use earth, fire, and ice probably as my other main elements, and lightning, and I'll drop water and light and dark to a secondary step because it is really expensive to try to keep up to date with every single element, and I feel like I'm not using, like, there's so much stuff in my account. I feel like this one is a skip. There is so much stuff in my account that I don't use often enough that I don't need to pull for as many things as I've been pulling for. So unless a unit is in one of the elements that I really want to focus on, or I have a plan to use units, I'll try to skip them more often in the future than what I've been doing. Okay, this time we've got a couple yellows. I feel like we might get something interesting. There are a couple units I don't own that I would love to get in these banners. The Dark Leela would be one of them, even though I don't necessarily want to focus on Dark. Getting her would be fun. There is Resnick that I don't own, and I do play some Lightning, so she would be a definite boon for my account. And then after that, there is Varish, who I also don't have, which, I'd be glad to add him. It would make it easier. Ooh, a UR unit. Having him would make it easier for me to level my Wind Mastery, which is something that's relevant for a little bit of extra stats on my wind units. So that's another unit I'd be happy to see come through here. But let's see what we have right now. This is a UR and Laswell. He did just get a really nice boost, but I already have him at 120, so that is not a useful pull for me. So I guess we do get to Pity for the Vision card. That's fine, although it is the one that's easier to not hit Pity with. But let's see what we have. And this time it's almost all vision cards on the pull. This one is UR. Is it the right one? It is Dark Odin. And I did not own Dark Odin. So you know what? This has just already turned into a very, very high value pull session. The Esper, first of all, really good in many scenarios. But also the Vision card is great. I don't play a ton of water, but I do play quite a bit of ice. And so having this will be really good. So I'm already happy with this pull session, honestly. I had skipped Dark Odin, and I've kind of regretted it since then. Every time I use an evasion unit, I feel like I would be happy to have the Esper. So yeah, really good. Very happy with that one. Okay, so now we have the VC. Time to move on to Jayden himself. As I said, I'll begin with the 9-step. It will give me some nice Blossoms and then a Rainbow Broadstone, but mostly I'm saving up 4k if I do this because every step gives coins, and 2 of the steps are free. So that's really just the reasoning behind that. So let's see what we get. We do have a unit up top. It is a yellow one. If I get Jayden early, I'll be very happy because my next plans for pulling involve getting Lightning and Snow, then eventually Wind Glaciela, and then eventually Alaya. So there's a lot of stuff I want, and if I'm lucky enough, I might be able to also get Queen Mashari. I would really love to because I love playing Earth as an element, but I feel like she's the one unit that I don't have immediate plans for. So if I have to skip one of the upcoming releases, she is very high on my list. Oh, when I was naming units I don't own, Dark Peanut, also a unit I don't have that would be fun to get, but we'll see what happens. So again, we have a unit up top. So far we've gotten 2 URs in bonus to the guaranteed ones, one of them being Chaos Odin, so pretty good. Hopefully we can get a couple more though. It's always good also for Mind Spheres and Mag Metals. So nope, no luck so far. We're moving to step 3, the free step. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I pull for a cost 100 unit, I feel like the odds of getting it are so low that I kind of expect to have to pity them. It has happened though, for June for example, that I did get her I think on the first or second pull. So once in a while you'll get super lucky, but more often than not, it seems really rough to me. Even when I do see a rainbow, I don't have full confidence that I'm going to get them. And I've been looking at several people sharing their polls over the day while I was trying to farm my Viz for the Viz back banner. And from what I've been seeing, a lot of people have had to pity him. And then a couple others just got him very early. But in most scenarios, it feels like the luck has not been that good for a lot of people. Let's see what we have. So far, 4 steps, no URs at all. I hope this is the game just banking up the luck for me so that when I do get a UR, it is the right unit. Because that's not really good odds. I feel like I should get a UR every 2 or 3 pulls or so. Then again, I have to admit I did not calculate the probabilities. I'm just out of a gut feeling. I feel like I do get URs pretty often in 10 shots, but apparently not today. What is this? 5 steps? No URs? Alright. Still, I have my Chaos Odin. I'm already happy. Let's see what's coming up next. So, this one. Is this one lucky? You know what? I'll click skip here. I don't feel like this one is lucky. And I was right. Okay, so that was the free step 6. Now we're moving on to step 7, which means 3 left here before we move on to a different banner. This one is going to get upgraded to a UR, right? Can't believe I'll have done... Otherwise I would have done 7 steps without getting a single UR, which feels a bit too unlucky, so I trust this one. Okay, there it is. That's Jayden. It would have been really good, though. But nope, Anglebird instead, who honestly I don't have at 120 yet, so I'm kind of happy to get some extra shards for him. Now, step 8, I need to count how many steps I'm doing towards pity, just so I don't go overboard. Yeah, this is all blue, I'm gonna skip that. No UR, step 8. And then finally, going into the last one. Let's see what this is going to be. I feel like I should be getting at least a second UR unit on the entire 9-step, right? So let's let this go through. Elshra, she's one of those who seems to have such an underwhelming EX job. I'm a little bit sad about that. I've enjoyed using her at 99, but I don't think I'll ever invest the Blossoms into getting her to level 120. Okay, so now we will have 900 coins. I just want to make sure that I don't go overboard, right? Because that would be tragic. I don't want to waste any viz if I can avoid it. So currently we are at 900. We need to get to 2,000 if we are to hit pity. So that means we pull 11 more times on his banner. So what are the options here? This one is just going to be pulling and giving me 5% every time. I will not be hitting the maximum, which means there's not necessarily a reason to be pulling in here. The drop rate is the same as just about anything else. So what I was wondering is, would this be better? So let's see. This has the same cost. It will give me summer unit shards quite often. Are the odds of getting Jayden the same? Yes, they are. So I'm not reducing my odds of getting him if I'm pulling here. But I am reducing my odds of getting Summer Ketone, which is the one summer unit I don't own. So Summer Ketone has better chances here. Nope, they are the same, actually. So I should be pulling here, because I'll be getting those 100 A-type medals anyways. And then I will be getting some extra shards. Right, unless I'm making a mistake, this should be my strategy. So I guess we're pulling here 11 times. So that means 2 times all the way and then 1 more. Unless, of course, we get him early. So let's begin by doing a first round, I guess. Let's see if we get any URs. So far, Bronze Book. Let's just not honor the Bronze Book. I don't feel lucky enough for that one to change. Okay, second pull. This time... yeah, I'm gonna skip this one too. I don't trust it. It was indeed not great. Now, third step, though. I feel like now we're walking into some of the... oh, I get to choose the guaranteed slot, too. I was not aware of that. Well, I'm going to get some extra Jayden shards every time, then. Someone with the Viz, still with the free Viz, of course. Oh, it's select shards. So you know what? This is even better value than what I thought. The shards are on top, but there is a UR unit, actually. So there is a chance here that we get lucky. I thought if the shards were on top, we'd naturally get... it would mean no UR units. Oh my gosh. And we did get him early too. So the cost 100 we got before the lower chance of Summer Ketone. So really, really happy. I'm just going to stop there, call it a day, transform the Jayden shards into something else, and I end up this polling session with a lot more than I thought I would. And now, of course, the game wants some more money, but we're going to close that and say no. I don't feel like I'm going to need that if I want to be able to play Jayden. So here we go. It only took us, I believe, 13 or 12 overall pulls to get him, which is really good. For a cost 100 unit, not having to go all the way is a really good thing. Is there anything else that's worth pulling for here? Nope. So I'm just going to be getting some extra shards for him here. I'll be very happy with that trade-off. And then here, again, just shards for the vision cards, so I don't have to spend Viz before making building him. So there we go. That was shorter than I thought, and honestly, I'm very happy with that. I walk out of this session with Chaos Odin, and I saved 8 steps with the before hitting pity with Jayden, which means 16,000 Viz, which is not nothing. So this is gonna be it. I'll be publishing this later today. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll be back soon with other videos. Take care.